The New Jersey Devils have traded Erik Haula to the Nashville Predators for Jeremy Hanzel and a 2025 fourth round pick. What does Nashville get from this trade? Well, they get a solid third line left winger who is also a stud on the face-off dot. Erik Haula took the second most face-offs for the New Jersey Devils this season with 700 and something face-offs at a 52.4% face-off win. And the Devils get a much needed cap dump and a couple of sort of a pick and a sort of young prospect who will probably fill in their AHL side. Well, Jaden, what do you think this looks like for Nashville? Do they get a player that they desperately need to help avoid this rebuild that they potentially need to go down?
Yeah, well, they've definitely set their tone that they're definitely not going in that rebuild way. They did that last year, and they're continuing that this year. Erik Haula is a good depth piece. He's he got some goal scoring issues. I don't know what you call it, a curse, the yips. If it's an open net, he can't put
Yeah,
it in.
snake pit.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
he's very snake bitten, but he, great locker room personality, which I think should blend well in what they've already got there at Nashville. It's a great depth piece, cheap, um, yeah, risk free in a sense. It's only a fourth round and a sixth rounder prospect, and it's a defenseman that New Jersey probably don't need with the amount of defensemen they have. New Jersey side, it's just like you said, a cap dump, but they do get a fourth and a prospect in return, just trading contracts. And honestly, that's a really good return for a just over $3 million cap dump. Both teams win, so fair trade. Probably in regards to New Jersey Devils, it was a Pavel Zacha back in the day, and
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
that hurts on the New Jersey side that you'd probably prefer a Pavel Zacha instead of a prospect in a fourth round.
yes.
But the cards are played where they are. Um, for Nashville, look, I think they're already gotten old. They're getting more older. I don't think age is really what's restricting them. They're really just going for it for the next probably 2 years now. Is probably what the window is, and then it's
Hmm.
probably lights out rebuild, depending how they manage it. And
Yeah,
New Jersey's obviously freeing up cap. You got the big rumors of Quinn wanting to come home. Um, and so you were freeing
they've
up
been
caps.
linked to
Yeah,
they've been linked to Ehlers as well, so potentially going after him.
yeah, and well, they got like 15 or just under 15 mil in regards to cap space. They got a lot of signings to do still. Luke Hughes still needs that upgraded contract. They got a lot of depth pieces they still have to re-sign, so they don't really have too much cap space, and that's why getting rid of this contract is good for New Jersey because they need a little bit more scoring in regards to depth. Like I said, Erik Haula, great guy, loved him in New Jersey, did really well, great personality, probably a fan favorite in some respects, but you need scoring, and
Yeah, you
Eric,
summed it
Eric
up.
Haula is pretty snake bit.
Yeah, you summed it up. I mean, Haller for a locker room guy, absolute, personality. That's all that's come out of New Jersey about him since he joined. Um, but yeah, like, and it's so crazy to look at as well because you look at his goal numbers for the last 4 years, even his last year in Boston. 18 goals, 14 goals, 16 goals, and this season just gone 11 goals. And so, like, when we talk about Snake Bit, it's like, oh, what do you mean? It's like, if you actually watch him, he could put up 25, 30 goals with some of the goals he misses and, open wide nets that he just completely misses and all the rest of it. So, he, I mean, if you're getting 15 goals from a third line, like winger, it's not terrible,
Mm.
especially for a bloke that's only on 3 million. Um, Especially a guy who can come on and win you a defensive face off when you desperately need it. So look, if he can get rid of that snake bitten form of his and start putting the puck in the back of the net a little bit more often, he could be a massive piece for Nashville on that third line because, like we said, great face-off player, great locker room presence. He plays hard. He hustles. He's got a bit of grit about him. So if he can start to put the puck in the back of the net, even get Nashville 15 to 20 goals this season, he could be a huge piece for them moving forward. Because yeah, like Nashville will need to make a decision, need to kind of make it this season really, whether or not they're going to go into a rebuild or whether they're going to actually continue to push and try to be a contender. Because as you said, they got an aging list, and things didn't quite go their way last season. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. As for New Jersey, I mean, I kind of feel like this is the first of maybe a couple of cap dumps we might see from them. It just depends on whether they can move the others, because this was probably the easiest to move. His no trade clause turned into a modified no trade clause, and he's only $3 million. So, you weren't really going to have to pay to get rid of him, and it didn't really matter how much you got for him. It was more just getting him off the books. Whereas in someone like an Andre Palat, $6 million, I'm pretty sure he's on a no trade clause. So you got to get him to waive that. Do you try to move a Dougie Hamilton? That's $9 million off the books if you can get that. But is anyone going to be willing to take the full $9 million? And then you've obviously got to replace him. But obviously, if they were to make a trade for Quinn Hughes this offseason, that'd be just a straight swap right there. But again, you've got to get someone to agree to take Hamilton. So I don't think this is the last we sort of see of New Jersey in this off season. I think they're going to be quite active. I think
probably the
you'll
most active,
see.
honestly.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
maybe
think they're going to make
besides
some big
Toronto,
moves.
depending what they do, including free agency. But I definitely think New Jersey's blowing up the bottom end of the depth in regards to what they got, and
100%. We're going to
the
see
bigger
some
debtor
big moves.
contracts. I did
Yeah.
expect trades between Nashville and New Jersey, but I actually expected the Palat. That was
You
my
expect
that
Platt
that
to
was my
go, yeah.
prediction. Bringing Palat, you already got Stamkos there. I thought
Reuniting with Stammer, yep.
that was going to be the kind of direction. So I was half right that there was a connection, just wrong player.
Yeah. And look, hey, the Devils have been rumored with Marchessault as well for a little bit, but it was going to be if Marchessault went from Nashville, Nashville's going down the path of a rebuild, you would assume. So, given that they've actually traded in a player and a veteran player, you'd assume that that sort of stamps out a Marchessault move. I would assume anyway.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why would you go out and get a veteran player on the last year of his contract?
Yeah. Look, Barry Trotz has made it pretty clear what he's trying to do. Same with Fitzgerald. Like we said, there's really no losers when it comes to this one. Only the trade tree, as we mentioned. I'm interested to see what Nashville can do in regards to what other picks they can get. Because some people are pretty expensive and they're really trying to fill out that roster that they've got there. And New Jersey, like I've seen people link Mana to New Jersey. It's not really going to happen because of
Not for the price he's asking.
not for the price he's asking. It really just can't work because they need to fix the depth, and you'll probably end up like Toronto in the end.
Yep.
And yeah, I think it's very exciting. I'm glad, playoffs finish and immediately we're into trades, rumors. Like straight away, it's great. And then drafts
And
only few weeks away.
yeah, I know, right? Like we're literally a day out from the Stanley Cup being done and dusted, Florida winning that, and we are straight into trades, straight into players being signed. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting off season, that's for sure. It's one of the best things about hockey, I think, is even when the season ends, it goes for no months almost, but the 3 months leading up to the new season, it's still pretty action packed. There's not too much of a lull between seasons, so yeah, it's gonna be good fun. But yeah, I agree. Both winners in this trade. I think Nashville get something that they need, and the Devils obviously get that cap dump that they desperately need. So, yeah, winners all around here.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Check out our shorts. We are posting shorts pretty much daily as well on hockey content. It might dry up a little bit more, assuming it's off season, but we'll see how we go with some trades or whatnot that happen. But thanks for tuning in. Until next time, catch
Take
you
care,
guys.
guys.